Hi everyone, Charlotte here, and this is today's card we're going to be making. It's using die cuts and Spectrum Noir pens. So first off, I just make a standard 4¼ by 5½ card base, and I'm using Neenah Desert Storm for the card base. And then I take some of the Neenah Solar White, and as you can see here, my Spectrum Noir colour chart. And I actually do have both of them because, as you'll see, I'll point out in a minute, on the newer one, I printed out and you colour in the dark ones and you can't see the name. But I didn't want that blank spot in the middle. So I printed out the older version and just coloured around the name. So I only had it in the side. But anyway, yeah, I've taken IB1 and IB2, and I'm going to trim down that piece of Neenah Solar White cardstock to, if I'm correct, it will be on the video, I think it's 1½ inches wide, I think so, yes. Yes, so I cut them, and all I'm literally going to be doing is taking the colours from my Spectrum Noir pens. They're really good pens. I mean, I'm not able to afford the more expensive pens like the Copics or anything like that. I don't actually own any of them due to the price and money issues, and it just, to buy all of them would not be possible for me. But with the Spectrum Noir, I've actually managed to get all of them, which is quite good considering, I mean, it took me a while to get them all, but I have got every single one of them. And I will put down in the bottom what pack each of the colour comes in. So if you want to get them yourselves, you know which pack to get to create a similar even looking card. But as I've just done there, do want to put a bit of scrap paper down because they will bleed through the paper. Because they are alcohol pens, they will bleed. But I literally just take this is the IB1 I'm using currently, which is the lighter of the two colours. And I'm literally just striping it across the cardstock. And you can take more time to blend all that, but as I've just skipped here because you don't want to see me just colouring a piece of cardstock. But yeah, you can take time to blend the colours out, but I don't. I like the look of the stripes. But then I'm just taking my blender pen, which isn't actually a blender, it moves the colour away sort of thing. So I'm just going to dot it around and it will basically move the colour from that spot and bleed it through. And you'll see here, you guys see at the back, just little dots come through and it gives you a polka dot effect on the actual piece of card. And it's really nice when you see it. I mean, at the moment you can't see it very well, but in person and in the photos I'll show you a bit later, they are really nice. And I just going to go around now with the chisel tip again of the same IB1, which is Ice Blue, I think it is. I think that's the name, but it's on the thing it's IB, so Ice Blue. But I'm just going to go around just because I like the defined edge. I don't like having that white bit there. And I'm literally just going to do the exact same with the IB2 now. Take the chisel tip, and because they do come with a fine and a chisel tip, which is useful in these ways, because fine I use a lot for my detailed colouring. So like if I'm colouring an image to be the focal point of my card, I will use the fine tips, where the chisel I like to use for this sort of technique, which I've made a whole background for a card using this technique before, and it's a really nice technique to use, and it's just something different to do with your markers instead of colouring. But I do 2 layers over of the colour just to make it more defined, and it does blend a little bit, so I don't have such harsh lines, but I still have the lines because that's how I like them. But as I said, you can take more time to blend them out if you like, but I don't bother doing it because I like the way it looks. So yeah, I'm just going to now take my trimmer again, and I'm cutting it down so it fits the card base, and I'm cutting them down to 4 1/4, so it will fit the base of the card because I'm doing a top folding card. And I will just take them again, the pens, the exact same pens, because I didn't think it through when I was doing it. But I cut, so I haven't got that line. So I did just take that and go over the edge again where I just cut. And yeah, I'm just basically going to now take them and place them at the bottom of my card. So I'll have the darker colour and then the lighter colour. And having that defined edge does help them stand out from each other, so they don't blend in as much, and they just basically take up half of the card there, and you'll get, oh no, never make it perfect. Just cut off them little excesses because you never get it perfect. No, everyone who makes cards knows what I mean about this. They're never perfect. But here you'll just see a close-up here. There you go. You can see the white dots. That's achieved by the blender pen. It's just a really nice effect to do with them. Something that I think looks really pretty on cards. So I'm now just taking my Big Shot from Sizzix, and I'm just going to be showing you here my the way I store my dies currently. And it's just the Easy Binder, I think it's called, from Crafter's Companion, and they come with these magnetic sheets which the dies just stick to, and they're amazing. They're not. I've actually got the mini version because I'm quite new to the craft world. I haven't been doing it for years. So I mean, I'm only 21, so and I'm a young crafter, and I'm literally just taking the Scripty Hello from Lawnfawn and the hearts from Lawnfawn. I can't remember the name of the hearts, but they come in like 5 different size hearts, and I'm just taking them and die cutting them out of Nina Solar White cardstock because I'm actually going to be embossing them with the I think it's the Liquid Platinum Ranger I used. I'm pretty sure it's that one I used. But you'll see here the Hello is quite delicate, and currently I don't actually own a metal shim. I am planning to get one soon, but currently I don't own one. So if it doesn't cut all the way through, all I do is literally take my cutting board, take my X-Acto knife, and I just follow the guide that's left from what's been impressed into it, and I just cut that bit, follow that line and cut it out. And I normally never have problems with doing it that way. And I just then take my quick stick and I punch the little bits out that are left over, and you can save that bit if you do it out of like a coloured cardstock. You can save that bit and use it on another card, which I have done before. I've used both the positive and negative to make 2 dies, 2 cards even at the same time. And so I'm now just taking my Versamark and get my tweezers and just covering that Hello with the ink. And I'm pretty sure it is liquid. Yes, it's Liquid Platinum I use. And I cover the image with it. Absolutely make sure it's all over it. I dunk it in, I dunk it back out. I make sure I cover the whole image. And then I'm just going to heat emboss that image, and I'm going to be doing the heart the exact same way, which is, cover it in the Versamark and then dunk it into the Liquid Platinum embossing powder by Ranger. And I don't actually put the powder back in currently because I'm just going to take the heart and put it back in. And I take my tweezers just to hold the little end, and when it's nearly done I just move it around the table a bit with the heat gun just to make sure it's all set and all melted. And now I'm just going to do the exact same with the heart. Going to smush it right in there, get it well and truly covered in Versamark. And that's a word, smudge. I'm going to smush it. and then just dunk it straight into that stray embossing powder that was left on the scratch paper. And I heat embossed this, and I realised I did want it thicker. I didn't want it as, I was like, no, I want more on that. So I take it and I pick it up, and while it's still warm, I just dunk it straight back in to the embossing powder. And due to the fact the embossing powder that I've just heated there is still hot, the fresh will stick to it. And you can leave it to cool down and put Versamark over it, like I have with the Hello, because I realised I wanted the Hello the same as the heart. And I just smush it back into the Versamark and smear it with embossing powder again. And it just creates a thicker, almost, if you use a gold and silver, you can make it look like it's metal sort of thing. I don't in this one, because you need quite a few layers to do that, but I just wanted it a little bit thicker than what it was. And that worked out quite well for me. And Hello gets away from me a little bit there. Completely forgot to hold it down, and it went all over the table. There's just, wasn't thinking straight, and it went everywhere. Anyway, that's a little picture of what it looks like in the end. And to glue it down, I just take my 2A glue pen and I just draw all over it. And I can't remember the brand of this one. It will be on the video. I will subtitle it there. But I'll just run it around and get it stuck down. And this is one of them ones where at first, if you just glue it straight down when it's wet, it will be permanent. But if you leave it to dry, it will be just temporary and you can remove it. But I want it as permanent, so that's how I just stuck it straight down. And then for any little bits that, like just on the ends, so on the O and H, I used a little bit of the Ranger multi-matte medium just to make sure that it was, and on the top of the L even, just to properly secure that bond and make sure it stayed permanently down. I did not want that thing going anywhere. And so I feel now it's going to stay there. It's not going. Especially when it's dry. It's not going anywhere. To put the heart down, I try and figure out where I want it. I wasn't sure to have it below the Hello or above the Hello. But I decided on above. And I just squirt a little bit of the Ranger multi-matte medium on it. And then I use my finger just to move it around and cover the whole heart. So it spread out evenly and it will coat the whole thing. And just place it down and let it dry. And I was thinking, should I leave it there? And I was like, okay, I'm going to chomp the corners off with my We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper. And I chomped all 4 corners with, can you guess it? 1/2 inch saying. And I was like, no, it needs something else. So I grabbed out the trusty old rhinestones. And I'm using the exact same ones that I've used in most of them, which is the Poundland ones, because you get like 50 of them. And they go, you use them, I can use them so often that for £1, it's just, you can't go wrong really. And because the self-adhesive, like self-adhesive even, I'll just place them down on the card, thinking where I want them. Okay, that looks nice there. That one doesn't look so nice. I'll move it up there. And I'll place them down on the card first. And then when I'm happy where they are, I'll go back in. Oh my God, I lost one. One tried to get away. As I say, and I'll go back in with my multi-matte medium. And I'll just pick them up with tweezers, squirt a little bit down underneath and set them back down so that I know that they're there permanently then. They're not going anywhere. They're not moving. They are permanently there. And it's just a way to help me figure out where I want things before they're permanent sort of thing, so that I don't start adding too much and then realise, oh no, I don't like that there. risk ruining the cardstock underneath, or, oh no, I don't like that air. And if you're not happy with your end product, then it's not, you have to be happy with it at the end of the day. So it's just a way of me doing it so that I know I'm going to be happy with it where it is. Because rhinestones, they can look nice in some parts, and then other parts they can look terrible. So it's just a way I like to sort things out before I permanently glue them down. And so yeah, I'm taking my Wink of Stella clear glitter brush pen, and I just go over the heart and I go over the hello, just because I wanted them to really pop, because obviously they are the focal point of the card, and so I wanted them to pop more than everything else. So I wanted them to have that little bit of sort of glimmer to them. That's why I added this over. And when I'm using the glitter pen, I like to, if it's a bigger area I have to cover, so like the heart, instead of using brush strokes, I will just dab it on. And I find that it produces more of the product than if I was using it as a brush. I don't know why it does that. It just, for some reason, it works better for me when I do it that way. Some people might not have a problem, but personally that's how I like it. Anyway, that's the card all finished. And there's a picture of it. And it's just a way of using your pens to create a whole new background. And thank you so much for watching. All the likes and subscribes mean so much to me. And new videos every Saturday. Thank you. Bye.